now I have to close all the windows because you can't see me. I just end up as a silhouette. So we should be live on Facebook, YouTube. Might be a bit echoey as well. And then we'll just go live Instagram. Tom is joining. Christine's back from Portugal. So good morning if you're joining us on Instagram and Facebook, YouTube and LinkedIn. Monday morning's a little bit more focus on the breath, but as always with some movement involved, we might do that energizing breath practice that we did at the end of last Monday as well. But find your standing position. We'll do our mobilization, a little bit of stretching, a little bit of flow and a little bit of breath. So feet shoulder width apart. Oh, let me zoom the camera out a bit close there. There we go. Now I'm going to lose the, now I've gone out of focus. So let me just get into focus. Let's move back. Feet shoulder width apart. Connect to the ground, nice and stable and supported and connected through the ground. Remember that idea of softening in the ankles, softening in the knees, softening in the hip, just gently rotating or that emphasis of rotating the heel in towards the center line. That starts to drive that movement from the hips and the waist. And then you can just free up the upper body. So the power is coming from the ground up. Soften and relax into the face. So soften into the brow, between the eyebrows. Soften into your eye sockets. Soften into the jaw. And just the tongue, or the tip of the tongue resting softly on the roof of the mouth. And just capture that sensation of the breath in and out through the nose without trying to breathe in any particular way, just watching, following the breath in and out through the nose. Maybe you settle into a rhythm. Notice the rhythm. Lifting through the spine, tall through the spine. And then slowing down into water waves. then taking your standing posture, just palms facing towards the ground, elbows rounded a little bit. And then just popping your hands on your hips. Just move my microphone around a bit. Oh. Popping your hands on your hips. And again, softness in the knees, softness in the ankles. You're going to tilt your pelvis forwards. As you tilt your pelvis forwards, your chin comes forwards as well. So we're keeping that chest open, looking forwards. And then we're going to roll down, and then you're going to tilt your pelvis backwards, so you're tucking your tailbone under as you roll the spine up vertebra by vertebra. Just start small on this, but we're starting from the pelvis. Tilt the pelvis forwards, keep looking forwards, lifting the chest, and then rolling down and tucking the tailbone underneath to come up to standing. So like a little bit of a spine wave, and then just keep that movement going. Tilt. Ripple of the spine. And then you can just let your arms hang if that's easier. Using the ground too to balance. Finding a rhythm. Just a couple more. And then come to standing. You can stand with the palms facing down again if you want to take that standing posture, or just let your arms by the side, whatever feels comfortable for you for a moment. And now a little bit of dog wags the tail, so shifting side to side. Freeing up the spine. So just as we've done that ripple of the spine forwards and backwards, doing the same side to side. Slow it down. Come to standing. Let's do arms and shoulders. So remember the one where we're going as if we're about to clap, but you're really stretching your fingers out there. Then the fingers point down. So you're bending the wrists down and then round. Think of this as a nice stretch through the arms. You're getting that spiral all the way through the arms and the shoulders. All of the things we're doing today, and as we always do with these little warm-uppy bits, stretchy bits, they work perfectly for a warm-up for anything, for gym, for running, for hiking, walking, and you can just do them quicker. Don't have to spend a full half hour doing them. But we're just working on mobilizing the spine in those 3 dimensions, stretching out the arms, getting the shoulders, joints working. We're going to go down to the hips in a minute. Let's reverse this. So coming up and round. And we're doing different here. So we're not necessarily doing, the movement is flowing, but it's not like a Qigong flow where we're doing the movement slowly. We're just doing this just to stretch everything out. And have a little bit of a shake. Shake out the arms, shake out the shoulders. Let's go to the hips. Let's do some big, you might want to go a little bit wider apart. Big hip circles. Remember when you come forwards with the hips, just a very gentle lift from the sternum. That avoids us squashing the lower back. And again, you can put your hands on your hips if you prefer, put hands on the hips with this, or just let the arms dangle down. Change direction. And then let's put one hand on the hip, the other hand palm facing up, a little bit of a teacup. Hips lead, circle through, overhead. Swap sides when you're ready. Remember the hips lead. How does it feel one side to the other? One more. And shake out. Let's do a bit of balance. So let's balance. If I'm mirroring you on your right side, make sure you're nice and stable on that right side. You're going to point the toes towards the shin. You're going to lift the foot forward. We're going to dorsiflex the foot, plantar flex. So flexing, stretching out, stretching the toes, breathing. And again, you can use your two tigers to balance, or if you want to balance on the chair, absolutely fine. Let's do circles, spreading the toes, really spreading the toes. And then opposite direction. Getting a few clicks going on here, yay! Oh, don't know whether you heard that one. That was a big click. And then give it a good shake. Good shake out. Just stand for a moment, see how that feels. Foot connected to the ground. And then we'll do the other side. So stabilize first, nice and stable and balanced. Use the tigers if you want to use the tigers. Flex the foot, dorsiflexion, plantar flexion. Breathing. And then circle. Yeah. Circle in the other direction. And have a good shake of the foot. In fact, let's have a good shake of the whole body. So we are going to use the legs, the spine, and the arms as pumps to shake the whole body. And if you want, you can also take the heels off the ground and then just dropping and tapping the heels into the ground as well to really get that vibration going through the body. Maybe a couple of cleansing and clearing breaths. Breath in and breath out. Do the washing machine if you want to do the washing machine. Shake the shoulders. And then slow it down, slow it down, slow it down, slow it down. Let's do palms facing forwards just to stand. Let everything settle. So we're going to do a little bit of a Qigong flow, which is not, the movements are not included in that 5 elements. So we've done them before, but just a few more, or just a few different flows that we'll put together. So first one, open the flow. So palms, back of the hands facing forwards, and then elbows soft, just breathing in and then breathing out. Really simple movement. Lovely one to do. Make sure you're nice and stable on the ground. Breath in, shoulders heavy, elbows heavy, wrists heavy. Breathe out. Remember, this is a flow. It's different to what we've just done, where we've just mobilized the body, done a little bit of stretching, getting that energy moving around the body. Here, just let the breath guide the movement. Excuse me. I want you to get a sense of the movement as well, coming from the spine, coming from the center, coming from the pelvis. Spine ripples, softens. And remember, it's a whole body movement. There's a slight shift towards the heels as you breathe in, slight shift towards the ball of the foot as you breathe out. Slight sense of standing taller as you breathe in. Slight sense of softening as you breathe out. And we're going to move directly into soaring crane. So next time, breathing in and then bringing the arms out, rotating the shoulders, the thumbs, connecting thumb and forefinger, breathing out. And then just staying with the soaring crane, breathing in and breathing out. And then just lowering the arms gradually. And just come into our standing position. Let's stay with the flying theme. So breathing in, breathing out. Again, expanding, standing a little bit taller as you breathe in. Breathe out. Let's start now by just shifting the weight. So if I mirror you, you're going to shift the weight to your left side. Just peel that right heel off the ground. And then weight shifts nice and solid. Shift the weight, peel the left heel. Make sure you have that weight shifted and you're solid and supported through that standing leg, the support leg. And then if you want to challenge yourself a little bit, shifting the weight, lifting the knee, slowly down, step, shift the weight first. Make sure you are not holding the breath, so you're breathing in and you're breathing out. Smooth, 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 smooth. Soft landing as well. But don't worry if you have a little bit of a wobble. Do one more each side. And then we're going to come into a resting posture where you're not putting your hands on your knees, you're just putting your hands on the thighs, freeing up the shoulders. And in this position, I just want you to feel the breath now into the back. So you really feel breath into the back there. Just let that breath settle. Just checking the time. And we're just going to do 2 rounds. I'm going to count in for 2, out for 2. And we're just going to stay in this position and you're just going to breathe slightly fuller breath. So it's still calm, it's relaxed. You're just going to breathe in, out, in, out. So we just have that little bit of a rhythm. We'll do 10 and then we'll pause and then actually we've only got time for 10. So we'll do 10 and then pause and then we're going to come up to pulling down the heavens into Bamboo in the Wind. Okay, so just give yourself a moment to settle. And then when you're ready, breathing in, breathing out. In, out. Breathing into the back, out. In, 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 out. Just pause at the bottom of the breath. I'm going to count 10. Just go to a comfortable pause. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Taking your time very slowly to come up to standing and breathing in. If you start to feel lightheaded, just stop, breathing in. Breathing out. And just a few moments of Bamboo in the Wind, feet together. Closing your eyes. Having that gentle rock and sway. Calm, full breath in again. Stepping out. Giving yourself a little bit of a brush down. Having a little shake if you want a little bit of a shake. Good, and we will finish there. So there's that breath at the end there is not quite a full breath of fire, but it's just a little bit more of an energizing breath. And we're in a nice position here to breathe into the back to set you up for the rest of the day, the rest of the week. And I will see you on Wednesday. Thanks ever so much for joining as always. Have a good day and I'll see you on Wednesday. Bye.